Welcome back. While Megan is out checking the installation of a furnace, I thought it'd be a good idea for me to hit the road to see what's involved when it's time to buy a new heating system. Technology is constantly advancing, so I thought it'd be good to go through all the options that are available today. We're here at Affordable Heating and Cooling with Gary Schlotterbeck. And Gary, thanks for having us in.
Thanks for coming out.
So I'm looking for a new furnace to replace an existing one. What do I need to know to start?
Well, Pete, with a lot of different options out there today, I think what you have to do as a consumer is, first of all, look at the application, see what fits your budget, and then see if you're trying to offset maybe some cold spots of your house, hot spots of your house, so that we can design that system to really fit your needs. So.
I know, Gary, you've got some equipment here set up to show us a little bit of what we're talking about.
Sure. This is a base unit. We still sell a few of these. This is an 80% product. We don't sell a lot of them in the residential market, more in the commercial apartment complexes type of thing.
But that's still available?
It is still available. If you're going to move up into high efficiency, this is what we would consider our base unit, 95% single stage, runs PVC pipe for venting. That's about as maximum you're going to get on efficiency without stepping up into the higher end products.
And you still sell quite a bit of this?
We sell a large amount of single stage products. What that really means is that on call for heat, you get 100% of the BTUs that is rated as firing at the same time. Whereas the two stage products, you're actually going to get two firing ranges. You're going to get a low fire and a high fire. The theory behind that is it's going to give you more even heat, keep that comfort zone in your house a lot longer. So the other part of this product is the high efficiency motor. It's what we call a ECM motor. It is a DC current product instead of a standard AC current product.
So on this, Gary, we're really talking, I mean, you're stepping up in terms of energy efficiency?
Correct. This one will be rated at 96%. So basically what we're trying to do with that is for every dollar you spend, you put 96 cents of it in the home.
And again, for our consumers, our viewers, it's understanding the AFUE rating. That's how they should look for in terms of the energy efficiency?
That's correct. It'll be marked on every product. So.
Okay, and you said this is 96%. Is there a number that we should look for in terms of our energy efficiency for our furnace?
Well, I think there's some factors that go into that. I mean, 95% is really where we see a majority of our market. Then we kind of move up from there to the 96%, and along with that, you're going into what we call a comfort, more of a comfort setting. So they're designed for comfort, more even heating. You can go all the way up to 98 with these gas furnaces, or all the way up to the air-to-air heat pumps or Geo. So if you want to step up, we do have a 98% product. This product is what we call our modulating gas furnace. It actually has a modulating gas valve and the same ECM motor in it. What I mean by modulating gas valve, it'll actually move up in 1% increments. Instead of a two-stage product, it may give you multiple stages throughout that heat cycle. So
now, Gary, another option would be the air source heat pump?
Correct. We, even though we do not install a lot of these in the Midwest because of our winters, it is still an option.
Walk us through air source heat pump. How does it work?
What we're doing is within the product we have what we call a reversing valve. A reversing valve changes the direction of the refrigerant flow, so that in the summertime, obviously, we're putting that cold into the product, which really has a coil, and that coil becomes cold. And then in the wintertime, we're reversing that cycle. We're taking that cold refrigerant and dumping it outside. We're bringing in the hot side of the refrigerant and putting heat into the home.
Now, you said air source heat pump, not a lot here in the upper Midwest because of the extreme temperatures. You'd need what, some supplemental?
Yeah, traditionally, if you're gonna run an air source heat pump in the Midwest, you're going to need some type of backup heat with it. So whether it's on top of a gas furnace or electric furnace, you're going to need to have some type of backups.
But again, very, very efficient in terms of energy efficiency.
Yeah, this will have COPs in the twos.
And COP
is coefficient of performance.
Okay.
A good way of equating that is for every dollar you spend, you're going to get 200% of it into the house.
Okay. And let's step up. Another option, Gary, would be geothermal.
Yep. Geothermal, we're actually seeing this portion of our product offering grow. not only on the new construction but also on retrofits. People are finding that with the tax incentives from the federal government, with the utility participating on the rebate programs, that it does justify to put in this high energy product.
Now walk our viewers through. They hear geothermal, but what's sort of involved with geothermal? What are we doing?
Like the gas furnace, you have a steel heat exchanger. With this product, you're going to use the earth as a heat exchanger. So what we're going to do is we're going to circulate a antifreeze solution out through the earth in a heat exchanger and then bring it back to the unit. So we're taking that warm temperature out of the earth, applying it to the unit in here, and then putting heat into the house through that.
So Gary, another benefit of geothermal also is with the water heater.
That's correct. With one of the byproducts of geothermal in the summertime is being able to provide most of your hot water for you in the summertime. So that is one of the nice features of geo. So
again, some great energy savings there for your heating your water.
Yep.
Let's talk a little bit about cost now, Gary. So obviously geothermal the most expensive, but kind of take us back to the basic and walk us through.
Well, our 80%ers, I think a good rule of thumb for a consumer is to estimate somewhere around $1,500, $1,600 for an 80%er installed. As you move up through the 90% range, all the way up to the variable speed or the modulating product, you can get up into the $8,000 range.
Okay. And we also got to keep in mind our ductwork, right? When we're putting a new furnace in, that's a big part of it as well.
Ductwork is playing a big part in the energy savings now. We're finding out that if the ductwork isn't designed properly or it's not providing the proper amount of airflow, that we're not really carrying the BTUs to that place or to that room that we need to.
So we got to take a look at the ductwork as we're putting this installation all together.
Absolutely.
Okay, and how long for installation for your crew to come out and put in a new furnace?
Traditionally, we figure about a day for a standard installation. Obviously, if there's duct modifications, we'll probably have 2 days.
All right, well, Gary, a lot of great information here. I know Megan's going to tag along with you on an installation. I'm going to stay here and look around a little bit more, but why don't you go to our website at powerhousetv.com for more great energy-saving ideas.